Mr. Ramirez was told he was not under arrest, and yet he was refused use of the bathroom. That's a violation of civil rights.
You can wait and address this at trial.
Oh, I would like to address it now. I'm just saying...
Mr. Israel.
If guards in this courtroom would not allow you to use the bathroom, you would, by all definition, be detained.
I'm going to hold you in contempt if you continue to pursue this.
You're asking me to obey an erroneous court decision, and you tell me to wait. In my experience, wait.
Okay, find you in contempt.
It was an interesting thing that happened. We were shooting, and there was a photograph that got out, and it went on the internet. And I just read some of the comments, and some were very mean. I was like, wow, that's interesting. Why do people feel that way about someone like that? You know, making fun of the way he dressed and this and that, and he's awkward, and he's human. So that was actually motivating, or it makes me, you know, outstanding, inspiring, powerful people come in all shapes and sizes, and they're not all just sexy and handsome and have their own reality show, you know. So I was inspired, and I hope people are inspired by someone like Roman.
There's a great line in the film that said, "I believe because of my beliefs." And I wondered, what role did belief play in Roman's life versus the people around him?
I think when he was still behind the curtain working for his boss for all those years, his total faith and belief was in the law. He was sort of Old Testament. Everything was based on the law, and that's what he lived for. The circumstances thrust him out into the world, and the law wasn't enough to hold him up. And he obviously goes through this dilemma, you know, where his faith in the law and in himself is tested. And then he's, well, I don't want to give away the end, but, you know, then that's what happens to him. And that, you know, he doesn't get to finish the race, but he passes the baton on to Maya and to George.
Yeah, and I was going to ask about that because George coming into his life has sort of caused him, maybe in part, to backslide a little, while George himself is being buoyed up by by Roman's truth.
Interesting,
and I wonder
isn't it?
if you could like expand on that.
Yeah, that's fascinating. There was a book, Herman Hesse, Sid Arthur, and Sid Arthur is very spiritual, and he's praying all the time and chanting and all this. And he crosses the river, and there's an old man at the river, but he says, I'll see you later, and he goes to the city, and he gets involved in all the debauchery of the world. And then he finally works his way back. And sometimes we have to go all the way through the gutter to get to the throne. I could finish this. Each one of us is greater than the worst thing we've ever done.